Okay, what an action-packed week has been in the stock market. So many ups and downs in the Bitcoin and crypto markets as well. So again, following up from our last video, the SPY Spider or SP 500 ETF is on this crucial support line right now. 290, 390, sorry, was the crucial support as from our last video, and it's bounced. So where is stock market and Bitcoin and crypto going to next? Hello folks, this is Pablo He-Man coming to you from Kota Kinabalu, which is this beautiful island peninsula on the Borneo Malayan island. Okay, without further ado, I'm traveling the world to see what the emerging markets have to offer. Because as I've been saying, US stocks are kind of historically overvalued. If you follow my videos, you will see what it's all about. Okay, let's dive straight into it. We're going to talk about stocks and crypto. Here we go. Now, last video I made basically said that SP 500, and if you're in Discord as well, you see that I said SP 500 should go to 290, 390. That's the area, and it should be on my Twitter as well. By the way, folks, this video goes out to my Discord members before I make it public, which is usually about 2 days later. And if you are in my Discord or if you are following me on Twitter, some of the videos, you see I've highlighted this important trend line. And also there's this horizontal support line here as well, extending from way back. So therefore we see we were close to a breakdown and bang, bang, two massive sessions. And look at the weekly, because that also means on the weekly, it's kind of a pretty positive close as well. Large wick down and stayed solid. So right now, this could be interpreted as a bull flag. Let's look at this on the daily. So you've had on the SP 500, you've basically popped here up here once, flirted with this line down again, popped up twice, flirted with this line, flag, and this is the flagpole, right? This falling channel or downward channel is a flagpole, and it is possible now that SP 500 takes one more bounce and then boom, push up to the upside. That's entirely possible. Why is it doing that? Because people are panicking about the Fed hiking 50 points at the next meeting. I personally have been thinking it's only going to be 25. I said so in my Discord many times. Why? Because the Fed is kind of like, it's that Asian concept. You gotta save face. You can't just hike 75. That's what they've been doing, right? The Fed has been hiking 75. You hike 75, 4 in a row, and then you hike 50, and then you hike 25, and then you say, oh, we got it all wrong. Inflation suddenly exploded because of 1 month data. That's panic, and hike 50 again. It makes you look like school children, makes you look dumb. Do you know what I'm saying? So, okay. Anyways, that's why the stock market is bouncing right now. If you've been following me, you know that I continue to think we're in a big bounce or even a small bull scenario. 60 to 70% confidence. That's what I said before. Now, okay, let's have a look at another one. QQQ is also on the same thing. QQQ. That's the Nasdaq ETF. It's a little bit more obvious with this one. We can see that a very obvious flagpole. This is a flagpole, and this is a flag. Like if you look at it, it's kind of almost a sideways leaning flag. And when it breaks out of that flagpole, stands above this solid support or resistance area. If it can confirm by Monday with a close, say around above 300 on the QQQ, then there's a chance we run up to 316 again. Let's have a look at it on the weekly. Probably looks stronger on the weekly. Yeah, we can see that's solid close, long tail, and then solid close. So now, okay, let's jump into some of the cryptos. For example, let's have a look at Bitcoin. Come on. Okay, let's go. BTC USD. Now, if you're in my Discord, you know this basically I've been drawing out this pattern, which is a repeat, a fractal, if you like, from July 2022 This is when Bitcoin bounced out of bounced out of 30,000 when everyone, including myself, thought it was going to go to 20K, and instead it bounced and then pulled back and bounced again to 69K. So here, if we reapply that fractal, well, it looks it's possible that Bitcoin is following this fractal. Then a pullback could go as deep as, say, around 19K, around 20, and even high 19.8 there, and boom, and it hits about 30, 31, 32K. One, that fractal is still playing out, and two, if we look at, we shouldn't be on the weekly chart because Bitcoin hasn't closed the weekly yet, but if you're in my Discord, if you are following me on social media, I've warned. I said Bitcoin could go to mid to low 21K, which is mid to low 21K is here, right? Because that's where the old bottom was. It could bounce off here and go boom. But just 24 hours before the crash, I said in my Discord, I said, hey, watch out. Could go to 22.5K for starters because there's some support here. There's some support here. We can see a bunch of old bottoms. Let me put it on the 4-hour chart. It's easier to see. 4-hour chart. Okay, here we go. There's a bunch of bottoms here, right? That turned into support, right? Oh, there we go. 22.3, 22.4. Bunch of old bottoms here. And then there's this rising trend line. So when we were here, I said, look for it to break down to 22.5, went a little bit lower, but it's going to try to stay in this rising channel. And this is so important right now. If Bitcoin stays within, or can stay within this rising channel, right? Stay within this rising channel, then it can keep on bouncing, can keep on, right, doing these ones as it has been doing. If it breaks down, then 21.5 is the minimum. Might follow this. Let's see this yellow, fractal or price pattern and go to 19.8 to 20.3 area. So basically, right now, Bitcoin is doing this, trying to dance on the edge of this rising channel. It's, mind you, we just saw Nasdaq and SP 500 make a big bounce up. Bitcoin hasn't moved much, so short-term Bitcoin is weighed down by bad news from Silvergate. If you're in my Discord, if you are following me, across social media, you know that I've been warning about this Silvergate scenario and about the crashes to SEC coming down on Binance, coming down on Crypto.com, on all these companies. So for the very short term, if I'm looking at it on a 4-hour or hourly chart, it looks like Bitcoin's finding a little bit of support here. Long, kind of a tail to the bottom, a number of tails. You might call it this a mini bull flag. So that's the flagpole, right? That's the flagpole, and there's the flag. It might break to the upside and keep on bouncing. That's the best chance for the bulls if you're a bull. If it does nuke, I always say that's good news, because overall, this is a repeat of what I've been saying over and over again, which is I think we are in a reverse head and shoulders, which is, crash from 69K down, shoulder, head, shoulder. If it gets to here, 20K, 19K, 18K, that's fine, right? It's just a matter of where you start buying that dip, and then boom, and it bounces up, right? Could even go to 40, 44, 43K. That's even possible, right? So this bounce here might end at 32K, but I'm essentially thinking this is an inverse shoulder, head, shoulder, inverse head and shoulders pattern, and then bounce up. Not sure how far the pullback is going to be yet, right? So during this dip, in my Discord, I've been saying there are 3 types of coins we think will do well this year. And, that's my Discord. 3 types of coins we think will do well this year. And that's basically the LSD coins, then AI coins, then China, Hong Kong coins. The order, when they pull back, the order they will pop up is this. First, it'll be the LSD coins. Why? Because they're having their Shanghai upgrade, ETH Shanghai upgrade happening in March, which is now delayed to April, so it's the most immediate thing. AI coins will keep on pumping. Why? Because this ChatGPT thing is revolutionary. People like Bill Gates, people like the Google founders are all fighting over this, throwing $20-30 billion into their own GPT programs. So Baidu, the Chinese giant, is also trying to develop this. So this is a real thing. It's basically going to be hot in the news cycle for the next foreseeable 3 to 6 to even 9 months. So every time there's a big news coming out of mainstream news with Google, with Baidu, with Microsoft, then that's going to propel the AI coins we have today. So they're going to go second. For the Chinese coins or the Hong Kong coins, they're going to go third because their big date is June the 1st. June 1st of this year, Hong Kong is going to allow retail traders to come in and buy Bitcoin and crypto. So what that means is usually they run up, buy on rumor, and sell on news. So the Chinese Hong Kong coins are pulling back now, and they're going to run up to the June 1st date, somewhere around there, and probably dump in late May or peak in late May or peak on June 1st or whatever it is. So it's got another 3 months or 90 days to run. However, LSD coins only has till say mid-April. AI coins can probably run longer, but however, AI coins, I'll just show you guys. AI coins has been pulling back already. You take, for example, FET. Like FET, for example, has made this, Fetch AI has made this massive run, which went from 0.05, right? 0.05 in like 3 weeks. It went to 60 cents. So which is like a 12x run. 12x run in and the thing is, in my Discord, I was trying to tell folks this as well. When it first made this pop, and I was talking about, and I put Fetch, AGIX, and Ocean and GRT on my watch list. I said, watch these coins, guys, watch these coins, buy them on the pullback, AI is going to pump. And I did it around here, right? Have a look. Back then, don't you wish you bought this coin on a pullback? Where was the biggest pullback it had? It hit 13 cents. Pulled back to where? Pulled back to 8 cents. Don't you wish you bought it around 8 or 9 cents around here, and boom. Now it's, even after major pullbacks, it's still at 43 cents area. Now, what people don't get is that I had a few questions like this. A couple of guys were panicking. Maybe because they're really, really new to trading, I guess. Okay, so I'll explain it. This is really simple. If you've been trading for a while, you know this. This is what they call the Fibonacci retrace, right? You basically say, oh, where did this move run start from? 0.05. Where did it end? 0.13, right? So that 8 cents run is your rally. That ends 8 cents run. It can pull back to 78.6. Or most likely 0.618. That's where most people start dollar cost averaging in. If it's a really strong stock or crypto, it'll just stop there and then boom, keep going. May not even get there. Might even just only pull back to this 786 area. Then it could pull back to 50% area and then keep going. If you bought a 50% area, that's usually a pretty good place. But then some of these coins are so crazy, they can pull back to 0.382 area. And that it did. Say Fetch AI pulled back all the way to 8 cents, 8.3 cents. And that is the 0.382, 38.2% pullback. Some coins, as we're seeing now on the China Hong Kong stocks, can even pull back to this 23.6% pullback. Could even pull back to here and then bounce up. Either way, a dollar cost averaging in around this 50% area, around the 38% area or 23% area is not bad at all. And people will be like, oh, I have huge stops, man. My stops would get run. Okay, but who told you to trade on high leverage? If you just bought it on spot, you would have still caught a move from, say, 8 cents up to, where is this? 60 cents. That's what? That's 7x, right? That's 700%. 700% run, right? 700% run, and yet you want to use heavy, leverage and stop yourself out. That's the problem we have with a lot of these folks who want to use heavy leverage. Okay, sure. If you want to use heavy leverage, can you tell me, if you're going to use 40x, 80x leverage, can you tell me where it's going to stop pulling back? It's going to be at the 50 or at the 38 or at the 23.6%. Where is going to pull back, right? You use that much leverage, you get smashed here. You get liquidated here. You get liquidated here. Rather than saying, just be humble and start accumulating when it's down 50%, down 38, down to 23, right? And then my average, because I've dollar cost averaged in, then my average buying price is around here, is around 7.5 cents. Then when it pumps again, I ride it for what? 60, yeah, that's an 850% gain. But that's not good enough for some people. They really gotta play the 50x, 100x, and then try to guess the bottom, and they will get liquidated. Okay, so in my Discord, if for a futures high leverage trade, I tell you, right, things like EOS, NEO, these China coins that can pump, I say they're not gonna pump 10, 20x. So I think they're more for a leverage trade. So they might go up 2, 3x. So use some leverage on that. Those are the ones. But when you have a coin that can pump 12x, they're still not happy enough, right? 1200% if you're just patient, right? They still got to try to guess the bottom and put on a 100x leverage. So that's what happens. Now, just quickly on some of these AI coins, as you can tell from LSD coins, you can tell from my last video that I made, they are hardly pulling back at all. Look at this. This is Lido, right? They're benefiting from the ETH jump upgrade, and they're basically, this is only pulling back like to the 0.786, right? 786, and it'll probably hold. It's not only the Fibonacci ray trace you look at, it's also the support levels, resistance levels, right? And this blue line, this pink zone. So it's not just the Fibonacci ray trace. I give out the levels in my Discord, so you guys all know what it is. So for example, because the strong coin, it only gets back to 78.6% retrace. It doesn't even go to 0.618, right? Then if you have your buy orders at 0.5, it's too low. 0.3, 38.2% retrace. It's never going to get there, right? So essentially, maybe the strategy is to dollar cost average. Maybe buy a little here, little here, little here. And also recognize the fact that unlike AI coins, right, these LSD coins, which stands for liquid staking derivatives, LSD tokens are gonna peak somewhere in late March or early April, around here. So they don't have a lot of room, a lot of time to pull back, and everyone knows this. So everyone's buying it. Whenever it dips, everyone's buying it. That's why you just saw some of those AI coins and China coins pull back to 50% or even 38.2%. Some even below that, right? But these LSD coins are not pulling back at all. And that's what I said 7 days ago. I said in my last video, if they pull back, just try to catch it, right? I've given out the support and buy levels in my Discord. Try to catch it because they're the most likely to bounce first. So you take, for example, another LSD coin, SSV, which is also in my video from last week, 7 days ago. It's just been on this rising channel, not giving back anything, not pulling back. And even yesterday when everything crashed, right? Bitcoin crashed, boom. It closes back inside the channel. That's how strong it is, right? Wicks down and closes back inside the channel. Might try to get back inside the channel again. If this thing pulls back, to say 0.618, then that would be great to accumulate. May not get there though. That would be great, like 33.4 area. And then next support, this is not a Fibonacci ray trace, but I've drawn this this red pink zone because see, this was the previous all-time high, right? Those levels usually mean something. So around this, just below 30, 28, 29, that's also another major support. If Bitcoin, as we said, dumps to 21K, 20K, then there's a chance it wicks down to here, 33, 34, down to 30, 29, dollar cost averaging around there, and it can probably pull up, right, for another 50 to 100%, 150% gain. Now, for the folks who want to use, high leverage, then you're going to have to guess where is going to be the exact bottom. If I place my buy order here, right, it may not get hit. If I place my buy order here with my stop here, because the stops have to be very tight because I'm using 50x leverage, it might get liquidated here. And so you panic even when there's like a 3% move. So anyways, hope you guys keep that in mind for the next few months. I am still thinking the markets are in a big bounce, or even a small bull, especially on the China tech stocks, followed, and also, these three types of cryptos, which is leading in terms of timeline. LSD coins probably pump first, then followed by AI coins because they've already corrected for like 3-4 weeks now. They've already had that pullback. Then followed by China, Hong Kong reopening coins because they have been pulling back for only 1 week. Okay, so hope you guys have a profitable trading week. This is Pablo He-Man coming to you from the beautiful Kota Kinabalu, which is on the Borneo Malay island, Kota Kinabalu. Absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna go out and enjoy myself on the beaches and on the yachts. Okay, thank you guys for your time. Catch you next time.